we are going to discuss about anatomy of flowering plants. Anatomy, what is anatomy? Anatomy is the study of internal structure. Internal structure can be studied in case of plants also, in case of animals also. Here we have discussed about internal structure of plants only. If we see internal structure of a plant, we take different organs and look at its internal structure. What we see is it looks different from each other. What I have taken here internal structure of root. Here I have taken internal structure of stem, and here I have taken internal structure of leaf. They look quite different from each other. Why do they look different? Because arrangement of the tissues are different. So what is tissues? Tissues are the group of cell common in origin. They are structurally similar and performing similar functions. So study of tissue is called as histology. Now we'll read about details about plant tissues. So we'll start with classification of plant tissues. If we look at the plant, it consists of different kind of tissues. But the plant tissues are classified into two types based on their power of division. That is meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. So what is meristematic tissue? The tissue which are dividing in a continuous state of division is called as meristematic tissues. Now we'll look at this germinating seed. What is happening? This germinating seed is growing every day. So it contains the cells which are dividing continuously. The cells are adding off continuously. So the cell division is constant. This tissue, the cells, constitute the meristematic tissues. But look at this plant which has stopped its division because there is no more need of adding new tissues here. So most of the tissue in this plant are not dividing anymore. So they have come out of cell cycle and they are known as permanent tissues. So we'll read in this slide regarding characteristic of meristematic tissue. We'll start with meristematic tissue in details. Meristematic tissues are composed of meristematic cells. What do we mean by meristematic cells? The cells which are in a continuous state of division. Look at these cells. They are smaller in size and isodiametric in shape. Isodiametric means they are similar in their diameter or they are similar in their size. In between two cells, there is no intercellular space. They are compactly arranged with each other without any space. The cell wall, which is the outer layer of this cell wall is thin and it is made up of cellulose. It is only one layer of cell wall is present, that is primary wall. There is no secondary and tertiary wall is present. Look at this nucleus. Nucleus is quite big because it's dividing. It is conspicuous and the cytoplasm is dense. It contains DNA, more protein, more RNAs. So it looks very dense. Vacuoles, which are the characteristic of any plant tissue, is absent here. Skeleton, there is no ergastic substances. Plastid, if it is present also, it won't look green in color. So it is called as it is in proplastid condition. Now we'll read about classification of meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue can be classified based on their origin, based on their position, and based on function or differentiation. Now, based on origin, meristematic tissue is divided into primary meristem and secondary meristem. What is primary meristem? The meristematic tissue which is present right from its embryonic stage. When embryo started dividing, some tissues they add to the plant body, they constitute the plant body, and this is called as primary meristem. They are present right from their embryonic stage. And those primary meristem give rise to the primary permanent tissues. This helps in making of the plant body. Sometimes what happens, this primary meristematic tissue regains its power of division. Again it adds new cell, and that is called as secondary meristem. The secondary meristem arises from the primary permanent tissue. It is mostly required for repair and regrowth of the plant, or it helps in the protection of the plant. Now, second division is based on location. They are divided into three types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. So first is its apical meristem. What is apical meristem? The meristematic tissue which is present in the apex. Apex means the upper part. It can be shoot apex, it can be root apex. And second is intercalary meristem. Intercalary means the meristematic tissue which is intercaled or in between permanent tissues. This give rise to the different part of the plant. We'll discuss it later. The lateral meristematic tissue is present in the side. It is present in the side, or it's parallel to the long axis. So based on location, first division is apical meristem. Apical meristem, what we said, either it is present in the root apex or in the shoot apex. So undifferentiated meristematic cells which are present in the root, in the apex of the root, is called as root apex or root apical meristem. The undifferentiated mass of meristem which is present in the tip of shoot is called as shoot apex. From here all other plant growth proceeds. Lateral organ like branches, leaves, flower development, everything takes place from this region. So we'll read detail about this root and shoot apex. Root apical meristem or ram, it's very important. It contains, root apical meristem means what? The meristematic tissue which is present in the tip of roots. It's also called as ram. This is apex of this root is covered with a group of meristematic cells. You can see here this portion has meristematic cell and this portion has meristematic cell. In between this there is some cells which are not dividing. So the outer layer of these meristematic cells divide and give rise to the root cap. Root cap is a structure which protects the root tip. So here the cells in this portion, cells divide and give rise to the root cap. Root cap is otherwise called as calyptra. So cells here which give rise to the calyptra is called as calyptrogen. And these cells divide and give to the growth. It increases the growth of the root. In between this dermatogen and calyptrogen, there are some cells which are not dividing. It contains less DNA, less protein. It is like reserve cells, and that is called as quiescent center. Very, very important, and that is called as quiescent center. Generally, root root is always exposed part, and it is subject to wear and tear. So all the land plant contains root cap, but the hydrophytes, they do not contain any root cap. If we look at one plant which is called as pandanus or screw pine, root cap is multi-layered. Now, second thing what we are going to read is shoot apical meristem, and also which is called as SAM. Shoot apical meristem region is the growing part of the stem which contains meristematic tissue. It gives rise to the leaf primordium, and also it gives rise to the flowers. Shoot apex is modified to give the flowers. So to explain the shoot apex, how it is formed, there are three very, very important theory. One is called as apical cell theory, which was proposed by Naseli. And second one is histogen theory, which was proposed by Hanstein. And tunica corpus theory proposed by Schmidt in 1924. The most applicable theory is tunica corpus theory. We are going to explain here differences between shoot apical meristem and root apical meristem. Shoot apical meristem and root apical meristem, the difference is that shoot apical meristem is terminal in position, whereas root apical meristem is subterminal in position because of presence of root cap. In shoot apical meristem, we do not see any quiescent center, but the quiescent center is present in case of root apical meristem. This SAM is always protected by young leaves, and root apical meristem is protected by root caps. There is branches which originates from the shoot apical meristem are exogenous, whereas in case of root apical meristem it is endogenous. The most favored theory to explain the shoot organization is tunica corpus theory, and the most favored theory is the to explain root apical meristem is histogen. We are going to discuss here about intercalary meristem. So what is intercalary meristem? Intercalary meristem is the meristematic tissue which is intercaled, or it is positioned in between two permanent tissues. This has the power to divide. We'll see how it develops. If we take apical meristem, what happens? There are so many meristematic tissues here in the apical position. And this meristematic tissues divides, and some of the meristematic tissue, they convert into permanent tissue. But some of the meristematic tissues which do not change to permanent tissue, or they retain their meristematic activities, that is called as they behave as an intercalary meristem. So they give rise to the leaf primordium, and in case of monocots, it helps in the internodal growth. In between two nodes, it is present. This intercalary meristem and the apical meristem is present from the beginning, from that embryonic cells only they are derived. So they are called as primary meristem. And based on the location, the third division was lateral meristem. Meristems that is present in the side of root and stem is called as lateral meristem. So these are the cells which is present parallel to the long axis. These are the position of the cell. If we take this as a stem, and these sides we find in the lateral side of these stems, we find lateral meristem. This lateral meristem divides periclinally. They divide periclinally to increase the girth of the plant. Because of this division, diameter of the plant increases. So they mostly add to the girth of the plant. And in example of the lateral meristem is cord cambium, fascicular cambium, and interfascicular cambium, which adds new cells to the plant and increases its diameter. Thanks.